Well, Blood Rose actually is a huge fan of Tesco. Like
Ooh.
genuinely, whenever we go to a new city, she has to find the big Tesco. It's kind of weird like that. I now I'm being genuine. That's not even humor. That's true.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to Uncensored episode 14, I believe. So, today we have got a treat for you. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Fangslinger. So, let's add the man in himself. Now, let's see if I am able to do this. It's always this part which is quite nerve-wracking. Fest, which was incredible, can I add? And a shout out to Jodie. Oh, hello!
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to kick this off with what is the backstory behind the band and how did you all meet?
Well, we met a long time ago. We've been around since the Old West, as you well know. I met Blood Rose first. She was tending bars down in New Orleans, being persecuted for her witchcraft that she was doing back there, and they didn't like it back in New Orleans. And then so I'd kind of been hunting souls. I made a blood pact with an ancient evil sometime before out in Death Valley, and I recruited her to the cause, and then we started, riding together, and then we found Hangman, ironically enough, about to be hanged for a crime that he swears he didn't commit, but I'm not sure I believe him. But so he joined us, and then we got to know each other sometime. We were hunting souls, trying to repay this blood debt we had, and sometime fairly recently, we decided one of the best ways to hunt some souls would be to start a rock and roll band. So we figured, people sell
Yeah,
themselves to rock and roll all the time, so we figured let's get on that, and so here we are. We're making rock and roll, taking souls, and digging holes.
love that. Okay, could you tell me what the backstory behind the name is?
Well, it's the name I gave myself some time ago. I figured, like I was a gunslinger back in the old west, and I started trading with my fangs instead a little while later. So, it's all about burying those teeth. So, Fangslinger kind of became the moniker, and
Ooh,
the legend kind of spread. So, I figured why try and change it now.
I love that. Were there any major influences that have shaped the sound that you guys have?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we lived through everything. So we had the old, very old blues players back in, the very early 20th century. We had the jazz movement, but more recently, I'd say we kind of focus on that kind of hard rock sound, but we inject a little bit of outlaw country in there, and also, some
Yes.
dark Americana. So we kind of land somewhere, I don't know, between country and heavy metal, but we're not
Ooh,
either of those things. It's kind of a unique kind of situation.
I love that. Is there anything that separates your sound from other bands?
Oh, everything
Oh,
separates. Um,
okay.
I think that the wealth of time we've had to listen to stuff, but I think also, we spend a lot of time crafting these things. We kind of get a lot of fans that are into bands like Ghost or that kind of thing because
Yes.
we kind of have that, I guess people think, theatrical nature going on. So I think the
Mhm.
theatricality definitely lends itself slightly differently to people at our level in the scene, especially. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I would consider we got a great songwriting team between the three of us, and we've also got like an incredibly great guitar player in Hangman, who's I consider a generational talent. So we got a lot of things going
Mm,
on.
perfect. What's the most memorable or wildest gig that you have played?
Well, as a trio, we ain't played yet. We got our first show
Oh my
tomorrow.
goodness.
Tomorrow night, we're doing an acoustic playthrough. We've been saving everything because we're building this huge, extravagant show.
Amazing.
So, we've all played a lot. It's not our first rodeo by any stretch, but we're
Yeah.
playing for the first time in this guise tomorrow night in Barnsley, of all places.
Amazing, guys. Get yourself down there. I'm unfortunately working, so
You can skip work, no one cares.
do you know what? You're right. You're very right. Where do you see the band in 5 years' time?
5 years. I mean, it'd be nice to be, in my lifetime, 5 years is like a blink of an eye, but I would say it'd be nice to be, I mean, we've got a lot of festivals booked for next year. It'd be nice to be
Okay.
high up on those festivals. It'd be nice to be playing some bigger
Mhm.
headline shows. So that's kind of where I see it. We've got an album to
Excellent.
come and all that kind of stuff. So got a few other surprises next year as well. That's not necessarily what
Oh.
people will expect from a band, but we've got some big surprises coming.
Oh. No, I'm very intrigued. I was going to say, do you have any new music or tours coming up?
Yeah, we've always got music in the works. We're always in the studio doing stuff. So we just put out our EP a few weeks back, which has done amazingly well for us. Really appreciative of all the support from all the lost souls. And we got some more music coming. We've got more videos coming, and we've got our first full show. So tomorrow is just an acoustic kind of playthrough of some stuff, like trying some new songs out, that kind of thing.
Okay.
First big show is at Corporation in Sheffield on the 8th of November.
Oh,
And then from there, it basically doesn't stop. We got head up to Scotland to play Winter Storm Festival,
I just need
and
to get
then
this in here.
there you go.
Scotland, get it in.
So we're gonna go up to Scotland, then we're coming back down, and we got basically the whole of next spring is gonna be playing live, and then summer we got a lot of festivals to announce. We just announced Call the Wild Festival the other day, so that's
Yes.
gonna be a good time. So yeah, it's all go. It's not gonna stop. So.
Amazing. Well, I'll definitely see you Call the Wild. Looking forward to that. Hopefully it's sooner. Let's see. If I skip work, then I can. Okay. So, what is something about being in a band that you have learned with time?
You gotta have patience, and
Mm-hmm.
you gotta know when you really want something to be a certain way, because you gotta fight for those moments. If you got kind of, everyone's got strong opinions. We got really three really strong characters within the band who all have their own opinions, and I think the biggest thing for me is managing that mix of being diplomatic with also fighting for the things should be a certain way.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've learned. And
What an
also don't get
answer.
don't get drunk too much as well. That kind of
Oh, that's the fun part. That's the fun part.
hey, it's all good. So you got to drive home.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Okay. Has there been a moment in your journey that you almost gave up and what kept you going?
Yeah. I mean, in the last 150 years, there's been a lot of times when I figured, it might be time to wrap up, but you got to keep hunting those souls. You got to keep on keeping on. There's a light at the end of every tunnel, and I think in music especially, there's so many things stacked against you at any given moment that you've really got to you got to have a vision, and you got to know that there's something at the end, and that there's a vision in place that you're going to achieve. I think definitely there are always times when you think, is this really worth it? Why am I sacrificing, going to weddings, going to friends' birthdays, going to this, that, and the other for the sake of doing this? But if you love it and
Yeah.
it's your vocation, then you got to pursue it.
I love these answers. How do you handle burnout or creative blocks when they hit?
Well, I'll be honest with you, in this project, we really haven't hit it, and it's been kind of an absolute, and I'm probably jinxing it now, but it's definitely not come. I mean, everything flows so beautifully. We got a great team around us. Like, we got a producer we love working with, and he contributes so much, and we got great, videographers and directors that contribute an amazing amount. So, and it's so collaborative. It actually weirdly, this started as a solo project, and
Wow.
all of a sudden kind of became super collaborative. They just became a band without even meaning to be. So it's one of those things where actually so far we haven't hit it. I think if we do hit it, I'll be kind of surprised, because we've got kind of about four or five, six albums kind of planned out. So it's
Ooh,
hopefully it won't dry up anytime soon.
okay.
Fingers crossed. So, but we'll see. We'll see. And if creative block does come, then we just wait and see what happens. And if nothing ever comes, then we don't do anything else again. And that's that.
Oof. These are some good answers, I tell you.
Was there a
Right.
specific moment when you knew music was what you wanted to pursue?
Yeah, I think I alluded to it earlier, but we were on the hunt for souls, as you know, to repay the blood debt that I foolishly gambled away, and it was definitely a we saw bands, back in the 1970s and stuff, and the whole satanic panic thing happened, and I was like, well, let's give them something real to panic about, let's
Hmm.
really get in there. So, I think if you're that way inclined, then art will be your driving force anyway. Like, and so music's just kind of one palette within that, and we definitely have multiple palettes within this band. Music is the primary one, but we also kind of get heavily involved in the video. We get heavily involved in the artwork. So it's more of a art is our driving force, and we just do what we do, and we happen to have some really cool musicians around us, and I think a lot of it's so circumstantial. Like it's not necessarily like I woke up one day and I was like, I need to pick up a guitar and I need to be on stage playing to a million people. And it was more of a kind of, oh, I got this idea. And then you take that idea and then the next idea, and then it kind of builds into this kind of snowball.
Yeah.
So I think that's the honest answer.
I love that. Which one of your songs means the most to you personally and why?
Or whichever one sells the most.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I don't know. I really like there's a song called Bloodsucker Blues, which is on our EP. That's a great one because it's
Hmm.
upbeat and it's fun and it, it has a real party atmosphere. But I also like there's one called We Are the Night on there, which
Yeah.
has all three vocals in lead settings, which I really like as well. But then I also like Lost Soul Saloon because it was the first one we did, and I don't know. They're all kind of we're only five songs in now. Well,
Love
I'll tell you
that.
when we get to the end of the road.
Oh, perfect. Okay. What's the strangest or coolest thing someone has said about the band?
Oh, my favorite thing was it's like spaghetti western meets Hammer horror. That was my favorite thing. I really like
That's
that.
brilliant.
But yeah, it's weird because everybody seems super on board with it that I talk to. Everyone, you like tell them what's going on, and then they're like, "Oh wow, that's unique, that's different." And
Yeah.
then they listen to songs, and we haven't had any. We had like the odd, troll comment and stuff like that, but anyone that matters really hasn't said anything disparaging about what we're doing. So I'm kind of, yeah, that's probably the coolest thing. I think the biggest compliment that we can get is that people like it, and that's it.
Love it. If you could summon any artist, dead or alive, for a dream collab, who would it be?
Oh, that's tricky. That's really tricky. Well, Freddie Mercury is a big one. We share a mustache.
Yes.
But mine's not as good as his. Um, uh, Elvis Presley would be an awesome thing. Michael Jackson. I like the greats. Like I'm more of a probably disappointing to a lot of people who want us to have these like really cool metal influences and stuff,
Yeah.
but which we do to an extent. Like, but I definitely love. I love like the greats, but there's also a few people on the scene I'd like to collab with. I think like these Wicked Rivers would be awesome. I'd love to. I'd love to get those
Yes.
guys on a song. There's a bunch of people,
Oh,
or something really off the wall like I don't know, like Danny Filth or something. Like something really extreme, like go like the other end of the spectrum. Or the guy I don't know his name actually, but the guy from Cancer Bats, the singer from Cancer Bats would be a good one as well.
oh
So.
goodness me.
Yeah, there's loads. I love collaborating with people, although I'm a control freak, so it wouldn't work.
Well, I've got my fingers crossed for these Wicked Rivers. That would be insane. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
that'd be
gonna
fun.
manifest this. Yeah, manifest this. What is one question you wish more interviewers would ask you?
How much do you want to get paid for this interview?
It's not about the money.
That's
Ah!
what they tell you. No, I don't know. That's a good question. I think like actually this has been kind of nice because it's not just been you get the same questions a lot. You get like
Yeah.
what's your dream venue, what's this kind of thing, and they're all valid because nobody knows who we are yet either. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It, I don't know. Any question? There's no stupid questions, right? There's no such thing as a bad question.
Well, we're going to get into our quite fun, strange questions.
All right.
So, if your band had to adopt an inanimate object as a mascot, what would it be?
We already got him. We got Mr. Bones. You didn't see Mr. Bones? I don't have anything with him. Oh, I do. Oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah!
He's a skull. He's a skull with a cowboy hat on. I've only got pictures of him. You can find everyone go look on our Instagram.
Okay.
See him. It's our logo. Mr. Bones.
Oh, I
He's a
love
big
that.
skull. He's got fangs and a cowboy hat. Yeah,
I
he's cool.
love this. Amazing.
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta have a mascot. What's a team without a mascot? Huh?
I love this. Okay, so you're in the Western. Just say they happen to have a Tesco there. What would be your
Tesco.
meal deal? Yeah, what would be your meal deal?
Well, Blood Rose actually is a huge fan of Tesco. Like genuinely, whenever we go to a new city, she has to find a big Tesco. It's kind of weird, like that. I'm being genuine. That's not even humor. That's true. But meal deal. I'm tricky because aside from like virgin blood, which I drink all the time, I'm a very fussy eater, and I tend to stick to like my proteins. And
Mm-hmm.
so meal deals are kind of tricky because the food's super starchy. It's always a wrap or a sandwich or something. But I tell you what, I like the in Tesco they do the Korean fried chicken from
Oh.
sushi. They do those.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my main. That'd be my main if that comes in the deal. I think it does. My snack would be a fulfill protein bar, and
Mm-hmm.
my drink would be a Pepsi Max.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
very nice.
I can't speak for the other two, but that would be my choice.
Incredible. Okay, and before we shortly go, could you let everyone know where we can find you all? What socials you like to use?
I thought you meant where I'm hiding. Like, don't tell them that. I don't want anyone knocking on my door. um, we you can find us on all the social media platforms at Fangslinger, or our TikTok actually is Fangslinger666. You can
Oh,
find us on Spotify, all streaming services, YouTube, all that stuff. Give us a follow, give us a share if you like what you hear. You can find us just about everywhere, or fangslinger.net on their internet that they keep telling me about. I'm not sure what it is.
beautiful. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I'm gonna let you get back to
Is that the end?
chasing and hunting down souls.
Is that all you want? Oh, okay, all right. I'll waited you a lot longer than that. No, I'm kidding. Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. It's been
Thank
it's
you
been awesome.
very much, and I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.